This is Fred Rachani of TSC News here to recap the WWE TLC pay-per-view. Holy doodle squat, my Twitter feed is just blowing up right here. We just saw such a wacky, crazy, memorable match in the Shield and Kurt Angle, or as I like to call them, the American Shield, as I called them in WWE 2K18. They took on Braun, the Strowman, Kane, the Mayor Libertarian, The Miz, and The Bar. And oh my goodness, this match went all over the place, all over the arena, all over on the outside. We had tables, we had ladders, we had chairs, we had more chairs, we had announcers' tables. And we had, at the end of the night, the Shield coming back to win the match despite the odds. But my God, was this an overbooked, there's some kids watching here. I'll just say cluster duck. Okay, you guys know what I mean when I say that. My God, this was just, it was hard. It was hard for them to screw up this main event. They almost did. But luckily, TLC actually turned out to be a pretty damn good show despite the circumstances. For those that don't know, recently Neville walked out. Recently, there was a viral infection, viral meningitis making its way around the WWE locker room. Bray Wyatt knocked off this pay-per-view. Roman Reigns knocked off this pay-per-view, delaying the official in-ring Shield reunion. Kurt Angle, for the first time in 11 years in WWE, on 2 days' notice with no build, stepped in, and AJ Styles stepped in for Finn Balor. We also had Kevin Owens, unfortunately, leave the South American tour for SmackDown, and he's out for the foreseeable future due to personal reasons. And we want to send our best wishes to Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas, but we also want to send our best wishes, of course, to Kevin Owens and his beautiful family, because that's obviously not a good deal if he had to go home. So we wish him the very best. We wish all of them the very best. But man, this was definitely a memorable show. First of all, I want to say happy birthday to my spirit brother from another mother, Scott Anderson. It's kind of funny because Scott Anderson before messaged me and said, you know what, Fred, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it tonight. I'm really beat and whatnot. I'm really tired. And now Scott Anderson is saying, you know what, I changed my mind. I'm not inebriated enough to not do this recap. So Scott may or may be in no condition to do this recap, but we're going to call him on Skype anyway, and we're going to see if he is available. Scott just turned 21, I think, or at least that's what he told me. And we're going to get his thoughts on TLC and his birthday. Scott, the birthday boy, what's going on, man?
I'm tired. That's what's going on, man.
How old are you, bro?
21.
All right, congrats. Wow.
No,
so you must have drank pretty excessively today.
You don't believe that. No, I'm 38.
Damn, man.
So,
you're old.
I'm the Kurt Angle of TSC News, I suppose.
You are, but you're a great veteran. And, man, Kurt Angle made a comeback tonight.
He did.
You're making a comeback after that brutal New York Jets loss.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that at all. And yeah, well, by the way, for anybody that's watching this right now, please feel free to click the like button, share this with all your friends. You can leave a comment below or tweet us or Facebook us if you want to have your questions and comments heard. Also, special shout out to everybody that bought a TSC News t-shirt and hoodie. For all you guys that did, I appreciate it. If you didn't yet, all you got to do is click the link in the description, or you can go to teespring.com/TSC-news-gear and get your latest TSC gear. Much appreciated. Scott, I guess we should start from the bottom, right?
Yeah. Hey, let me just mention one thing real quick since we're talking about Kurt Angle and since you had to rub that in my face about the Jets.
Yeah.
Just to put this into perspective, the last time the Jets blew a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter, Kurt Angle hadn't even won a gold medal yet in the Olympics. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Moving on. Oh, and I hopped on here just a couple minutes later. I heard you talking about everybody walking out. You also forgot Nia Jax. So
yeah, she's on a leave of absence. Reportedly has a bad back. I wonder why. It's not like that power bomb, the last month had anything to do with it onto the floor. You know, maybe you shouldn't powerbomb 300-pound people. I'm not saying she's 300 pounds, but however big she is, maybe you shouldn't powerbomb people that big onto the floor. I don't know.
After what happened a couple of weeks ago, I'm not allowed to say anything about the women in wrestling, so we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, well, that's all you, buddy. You may have had some liquid courage that night too, but
yeah, well, I'm doing okay. Believe it or not, I'm okay. I'm not in that bad of shape. So
that's good.
You know, if unfortunately though, if people do walk out of WWE, there's going to be a guy or a girl just waiting to replace them. So the wheel keeps on going. Unfortunately, that's the way it is.
That is the way it is. Although I think Nia should be back, and honestly, she has a lot of reasons to be back because she's on Total Divas, and who knows, maybe they'll eventually give her that women's title, which I think they should have a while ago. But speaking of the women, we had Sasha Banks defeat Alicia Fox on the Kickoff show. This was a decent match. These two have pretty good chemistry, I think. You know, surprisingly good chemistry. Alicia Fox is a great crazy heel. But there's only so much mileage she can get out of that gimmick. And she's been doing it for a while. If they're not going to give her a women's title run, she's just kind of going to be going in circles. I liked her partnership with Noam Dar, but that went on and on and on and on. And the problem is in 205 Live, the roster's like 5 people. So they just kept feuding with Cedric Alexander.
They did. Sasha was wearing her Owen Hart tribute gear tonight, by the way. I don't know if you caught that or not.
I did not, but that was nice.
She on WWE exclusive. Yeah, I happened to catch I think on Facebook when they posted it. She'd mentioned, and I didn't know this, that like every big show she tries to tribute somebody else, and tonight was Owen Hart with the pink. So pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah. Skydoll Sky on Twitter with her lovely avatar says, "Happy 21st birthday, Scott."
Still waiting for my birthday present from her. Yeah. Well, I just want to throw that in there. But yes, it's I look good for 21. I think I look like crap for 38. But
yeah,
whatever.
you look good, man. You look good. Although I'm sure, although
specific reasons.
Although I'm sure your wife looks a lot better, even with being 6 months pregnant.
She does. Yeah, she does. 7 almost.
Wow. Okay.
30. Yeah.
There you go. There's your birthday present. You got it.
So if you thought I was tired before, my gosh.
Yeah. All right, we had the opener in the pay-per-view, Asuka versus Emma. Emma was rocking these new badass red tights. This was a really good match, but a lot of people will make the argument that this was the wrong match for Asuka's debut. What camp do you sit in, Scott?
I'll be honest with you. I had some company that was leaving at the time. I did catch a match. They can't squash, she can't squash every single person she competes with. The the women's roster, especially on Raw, is only so deep. It was almost more of a showcase for Emma, which is fine, I think. I think she deserves a lot more than what she's got lately.
She does, but not against Asuka, though. That's the
not
thing.
Against Asuka, but
this reminded me of? This reminded me of that debut match with Andrade Cien Almas in NXT on TakeOver a couple years ago. And I think he faced Ty Dillinger. And Ty Dillinger ended up being the one that became the star, and not Andrade Cien Almas. And Asuka got a huge reaction. She ended up winning the match with the Asuka lock. This was a very good match. I enjoyed it. Sitting back and relaxing, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the match very much. That was one of the better matches on the show. One of the better Raw women's matches lately that didn't involve multiple people. But then afterwards, I was like, you know what? This was a really good match, and this would have been an awesome match for Asuka a couple months into her run in WWE on the main roster, or 3 months. Not the debut. Emma was very aggressive and everything, but if they're not going to do anything with Emma after that, this was kind of bizarre, and I'm not going to say Emma is at the Dolph Ziggler level. She definitely is not. But this is not Nakamura versus Ziggler when Nakamura debuted on pay-per-view. And actually, at the time, I didn't have that much of a problem with it because I thought, okay, Nakamura's going to move on to bigger and better things, and he ended up moving on to Baron Corbin, which was not bigger and better things, and then Jinder Mahal. So I don't know if Asuka's going to follow the same career path on the main roster so far as Nakamura. But for one night, I didn't have an issue with it, but her debut could have been booked more effectively. It wasn't a failure by any means, but it could have been a lot better.
What? Oh, sorry. I think I just knocked my headphones out. The only thing I think they could have different was maybe put her against someone like Alicia Fox and have her squash her.
Yeah.
Could that have been better? I don't know. I mean, again, she runs through everybody, then there's nothing, so you have to give her somewhat of a challenge. I mean, who else are you going to put in that situation? You can't put Bayley there. You can't put Sasha there. I mean, really, there was nobody else, so I get it. I mean, the match kind of backfires on him a little bit, but I think it'll be interesting to see what they do with Asuka from here on.
Yeah, for sure. And Scott, you were breaking up a little bit. Not I think those beers are getting to you. Maybe your Skype's a little drunk, but
no, I moved my hand. I don't know if you heard me. I think I knocked my headphones out. I might have hit my mic cord, but I should be good now.
That's good, man. Don't hand-eye coordination. Just as long as you don't drive, we're good.
No, I'm home. I'm good. I just gotta walk up the stairs.
Oh man. All right. Well, if you guys hear a noise,
man. I'm not walking up there now. I'll be fine.
All right. Backstage, we had The Miz give the Bar a pep talk. Braun Strowman, walked in and said nobody gets in his way. Kane stared at Strowman and said he does what he wants. Miz tried to calm them down and said, tonight they're going to end Kurt Angle, the Shield, they're going to take over Monday Night Raw, and they're going to take out the trash. More on that later. Elias tried to sing, but Jason Jordan threw vegetables at him, and I swear, Jason Jordan, with a shopping cart full of vegetables and some fruits as well, including eating a banana, he got the biggest pop of his Raw career up to this point. I don't know if the banana was a tribute, was a silent tribute to Austin Aries or not, or if they just said, "Hey, let's get a banana." I don't know why they didn't give him like a papaya or something. I would have preferred like a papaya, but whatever. He ate part of the banana, and he threw the rest of Elias. I mean, I'm sorry. There's people going hungry in this world. They're throwing vegetables.
Well, they could have had him spit an apple at him.
Yeah, Carlito style.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what, Scott? That's a great idea. They should bring Carlito back for the sole purpose of interrupting Elias and spitting in his face with an apple.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they could have him and Jason Jordan in a vegetable on a pole match.
Oh, my God. Or an apple on a pole match.
Well, either way.
Yeah, or a fruit basket on a pole match. There you go. All kinds of assorted items.
Oh, and just for, before we get a little too far, I'm going to ask you a question that I know you know the answer to, Fred, and that's how long is the pre-show for the pay-per-view?
Should be an hour.
So why in the bloody heck are they going to cut out a segment on the pre-show?
Oh, cutting out Drew Gulak's segment where he was complaining about the fact that he
didn't.
I think I saw him.
You have an hour and you cut it for time restriction.
I think I saw it on my screen and I just didn't care that much. And actually, Alan is giving us a call right now. Let's add Alan to this group call. Alan Wu's our other TSC News contributor. Alan, are you on the line, buddy? Alan, are you on the line?
Absolutely. How's everyone doing? Happy birthday, Scott.
Thank you.
We're just talking about how Drew Gulak had his time cut in an hour pre-show that had one match. So that was tremendous. I didn't mind it, but Scott, the world's biggest Drew Gulak fan.
No, I didn't even realize it. Somebody mentioned it and whatever. And
no, Scott, you're mad.
It just doesn't make sense.
Listen, Scott, I saw your posters in your room. Okay, I know your wife wants you to take them down. The ones that say no chance and no flips. I understand.
Well, there's a whole nother subject.
I know you donated to the Gulak's campaign. It's all right. It's all right. We don't have to talk about politics. I know. Listen, man. I saw your PayPal history. That's all I gotta say.
My PayPal history is pretty good right now, but it's beside the point.
We had the
no flips poster in the bedroom's a whole nother subject that we can get into on another day. Okay.
I hope your daughter doesn't listen to this. 205 Live match. We had Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann take on Gentleman Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. Alexander and Rich Swann won. They got a good amount of time here that they normally wouldn't get because this was a one-match show for the most part. Well, now kind of a three-match show, but more or less.
Well, you only had 6 matches. 7.
Yeah, exactly. So, Cedric Alexander got the win.
Don't bury the lead here because I think Cedric left Rich Swann hanging at the celebration to high five.
Well, I kind of missed it, Alan, because my WWE Network was not working on my brand new Roku TV and on my Xbox and on my phone.
I had the lagging problem as well. Absolutely. I had it too on my laptop.
Yeah. WWE Network. I'm sorry. WWE Network, I think it's a great value proposition for fans, but it is by far the worst streaming app on the market today when it comes to a major company. Netflix never lags. Amazon, especially when I'm watching live NFL, never lags. Twitter's live video doesn't lag for me. I'm trying to think. New Japan World, I have an app for that. Doesn't lag for me. Livestream, which airs my TV show in New York City, which Scott watches every Thursday morning, 9:30 a.m. on MNN2. If you guys have the Livestream app, just search for that channel. Never lags. But for whatever reason, WWE Network lags all the damn time. UFC Fight Pass rarely lagged. I used whatever the app is for PlayStation to order UFC fights and boxing matches. Ordered McGregor, Mayweather, and all these other ones. Never lagged. Never had the feed cut out. Never froze. but WWE Network seems to happen all the damn time. And if it doesn't freeze, it does some wacky things. And if I'm trying to watch stuff on the Vault, it freezes. It's just irritating. And I guess it's like the reoccurring theme of wrestling fans having to settle for less, you know what I mean, and against their will. Because, you know, if there was other competition, maybe WWE Network would improve. It's just annoying. I'm not saying that these little quirks are the reason that they may have not like hit their subscriber goals over the years, but man, that stuff goes a long way. Those little things go a long way for the bigger picture, in my humble opinion.
And it wasn't just for 10 minutes it was like a half an hour to an hour. It was from the Mickie James fight and then with Alexa Bliss up to, like you said, that tag match for 205 Live.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I missed most of the tag match, and then I got to like the part where Alexa started working on Mickey's arm. So, yeah, just really annoying. And by the way, I have really damn good internet. I mean, I play online games all the time. So, I mean, I know some people are saying it works for them, and that's great now. And you're online.
Internet connection, exactly.
Yeah, we both have fast internet connections, and we had issues. So, I'm not saying everybody did. I'm not saying just because I had issues, you should hate WWE Network. I'm just saying that, you know, compared to other streaming apps I use, which is a ton of them, WWE Network by far gives me the most problems. We had Alexa Bliss defeat Mickie James to retain the Raw Women's Championship. This was by far the best match these two have had. Mickie James looked great in her hardcore country outfit. She wore these like jeans with these, I don't even know what you call it, like the flare like at the bottom. I don't know, maybe sky or...
Bell bottoms.
Bell bottoms, thank you. Okay. Yeah, she wore these bell bottoms and she was looking great. And I'm tired of people bringing up her age. She looks phenomenal. Just shut up. She looks amazing. Okay, she looks better She looks better than a lot of women at 28. Okay, like come on.
It's hard to bring up her age now when you have Asuka on the main roster as well.
Exactly, and she brought it up in the pre-show. She was in the social media lounge, and they said, "Do you feel like age is a factor?" And she was trying to be very diplomatic, but she was saying, "Well, you know, half the male roster is older than me," which is true. So yeah. Anyway, this was a good match. Mickie had her arm worked on. Alexa got the win with the blissful DDT. Afterwards, Mickie James cut a babyface promo thanking the fans, saying that she's proud of her effort tonight and one day she will call herself our Raw Women's Champion. This was a really nice presentation for Mickie James. I hope she eventually gets the title, but she may have to go to SmackDown for that because obviously Asuka is in the picture. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose were backstage with Kurt Angle. They appreciated Kurt Angle replacing Roman Reigns on short notice, and they gave him an honorary Shield vest because tonight he's part of the Shield, which led to a lot of wackiness. We had Enzo Amore beat Kalisto to win the title. I was kind of mentally checked out of this match. Enzo cut a heel promo beforehand.
So did Enzo's throat. Yeah, Enzo's throat checked out big time.
Yeah, dude, I'm not going to lie. My throat's kind of like strained too, like the last like couple of days. Like I always like feel this way before I get sick, and it's not good. I think maybe it's just something that happens because I, you know, talk for a living. But yeah, I've been having my raw honey and doing my throat, my exercises and stuff. But hopefully I don't get a case of the Enzos or worse yet, the Romans, because Enzo came out and his voice was very strained. But it was it fit the character because he's a heel now, you know, and he finally got shut up, or so we thought, until he thumbed Kalisto in the eye, hit the Giordunzo for the win. Kalisto, he is the king of meaningless secondary title runs. You know, that title.
Well, he shouldn't have had it in the first place, but that's
exactly. I mean, you know, that title has gone around to a lot of people. Kofi Kingston, as much as I love the guy, you know, I really don't remember any of his like Intercontinental title runs or anything like that. Wade Barrett, I barely remember any of his. But you know, I mean, granted, you've had guys like the Godfather hold the IC title, but I'd say in recent WWE history, Kalisto probably has the most unmemorable ones. I mean, he won the U.S. title from Alberto Del Rio twice, and those reigns meant nothing. You know, he had a nice little run, and then he just got buried, like, underneath the face of the earth for like a year. And all of a sudden, he wins the Cruiserweight title, he's in the main event of Raw, and now he loses it. Yeah, I don't get that. Also,
wow.
was it Vic Joseph who said that Kalisto is the first luchador to hold the Cruiserweight title?
That's what I heard. Maybe the new Cruiserweight title?
Still. What? Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera. I'm sure
WCW doesn't count.
What do you mean ECW doesn't count? You mean WCW?
I said WCW.
Oh, sorry, I heard ECW. My bad.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, who else? I'm sure there's other luchadors have held it, but yeah, Rey Mysterio, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera. If you count
Eddie Guerrero,
you know, he did. He was taking like a true luchador. Who else? There's one more. Oh, Dina Malenko when he dressed up as that luchador. Ciclope, that's right.
No, that wasn't for the title. That was just in a battle royal, wasn't it?
Oh no, that's right. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, he won a battle
royal to win the title.
No, he won the battle royal to get a shot at Chris Jericho, and then he unmasked to beat Chris Jericho. All right.
Yeah, that was
Sorry,
great.
my WCW nerd knowledge is a little fuzzy, 19 years out. Okay, and yeah, the WCW Cruiserweights were a lot better for anybody that was asking. We had Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. Finn was the Demon King tonight. This was a great match.
Terrific.
Fantastic match. One of the best WWE matches of the year. Screw it, one of the best matches of the year. And crowd was chanting, "This is awesome!" before the match even started. Great heat. Balor won with the coup de grace. And afterwards, the crowd was chanting "Too Sweet" because both guys are former leaders of the Bullet Club. For those that don't know, Finn Balor's actually the founding member of the Bullet Club with Carl Anderson. What? And I think Finn Balor's actually the guy that came up with the idea, too. So honestly, that's a guy, even though he's in WWE now, he should be getting royalties for life from the Bullet Club for that, man. Because for what he did and that concept, New Japan as well, but man, think of how many guys right now are eating because of the Bullet Club.
Well, or as Michael Cole said, a faction in Japan that they both led at one time.
And I think on the pre-show they referred to it as leaders of a notorious club.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think Finn Balor and AJ Styles are getting cease and desist letters.
Oh, yeah. From their own employer? Yeah.
And they did do the Too Sweet.
They did. Yeah, they did at the end. Crowd chanting Too Sweet. They did the Too Sweet. That was pretty cool. That was a great moment. Yeah. Great match. Excellent match.
I thought Gallows and Anderson would get involved and there would be some shenanigans. I didn't expect a clean finish in that at all.
Yeah, I was hoping they would, but, Oh, well, actually, you know what? They could still
I'm glad they didn't, but in a way, like, it would have made more sense if they would have,
Well, the rumor is that Balor's going to wrestle Lesnar at Royal Rumble. So, you know what? If you're somebody that's like Scott, that's not interested in that because you don't believe Balor could win even in storyline.
He's not going to win, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, but you did the because you're like, oh, realistically, he wouldn't win. But realistically, nobody's going to
No, it's not even realistically. It's just a waste. See, that's the problem with the internet, though, and I'm going to ramble real quick.
Oh, my God.
That's the issue with the internet. We all think we know what's going to happen. We all know where they're going to go. We talked about this last year, Fred, that they were going to go to Roman and Brock at WrestleMania, coming up in 2018, and we know it. So we watch these matches, and we know Finn Balor's not going to win. We knew Braun Strowman was probably not going to win. We knew Samoa Joe wasn't going to win. So it's almost like, why, why bother,
So then, who would you put Lesnar against? Nobody? A ghost?
No, yeah, you have to put him against somebody. I get it.
You're just not interested.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Well, I was going to say that if you wanted to at least get some portion of the WWE fans to believe that Balor could beat Lesnar at Royal Rumble, maybe it would behoove them to reform the Bullet Club, not to call them the Bullet Club, obviously, in WWE with Finn Balor, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. And that way, the storyline is that Brock Lesnar's technically the babyface going into Royal Rumble, taking on Balor with his buddies at ringside.
Yeah, because, two geeks who were, hanging out with Elias on Monday Night Raw and haven't won a decent match in 6 years, unfortunately.
6 years?
You know what I'm saying. Or 6 months. I don't think they've won a match since I saw them last July versus the Usos down at the house show.
Didn't they just beat like Jason Jordan and Matt Hardy a couple weeks ago?
Me and you could beat Jason Jordan and Matt Hardy a couple weeks ago. No offense to Jason Jordan and Matt Hardy,
Christ,
but come on.
I don't know about that one.
No, I'm just saying. You always say, well, these people come back and you can't do nothing with them, and they've been geeked out enough.
Yeah.
Well, those two guys have been geeked out enough. If I see them beating the holy hell out of Brock Lesnar, that's going to be kind of cheesy.
Yeah, I guess.
Especially if Brock Lesnar got his butt, was able to beat Roman, Samoa Joe, and Braun at SummerSlam. Do you really think that, it just, the way they're doing it, I mean, look, I like to see Brock. I know a lot of people don't. I think he's an attraction at some, to some degree, but
You're over it. You're like Dolph Ziggler. You're over it, Scott. You know what? Next time, you know
look,
what?
I'm not the only one though, because Sky even said she agrees with me that she's not into Balor versus Brock. So there you have it.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
2-on-1 or 2 against 1. 2 against 1.
Well, I gotta think 2 against 2 because I think Alan's on my team. I hope.
Oh.
Man. Okay, let's go to Power Spine. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Shout out to you. Power Spine won games. I like the Arsenal avatar. What if Balor forms and they use Too Sweet? You mean use Too Sweet to like the name Too Sweet, or just like do the Too Sweet? If he does the Too Sweet, they can do it because WWE technically owns the trademark, or at least could argue.
Austin Anderson do it all the time. So,
yeah. Well, I don't think. Well, I at least said you can make the okay. I don't think WWE technically owns like the trademark to this, but they have enough money to argue that it's their IP and have enough money to bankrupt anybody that goes against them. So, yeah, they could. As for calling it Too Sweet, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind the name Bulletproof. Now, there was rumors going around that they would form a team called Bulletproof last year, but maybe with all the stuff going on, obviously in the real world, maybe they don't want to use the word bullet. Yeah, they might not want to use it. I mean, Japan's a little different,
Although you did just give Dean and Seth back there, quote unquote bulletproof safety vests. So.
True.
If anybody wants to help tag team me with this fact checking, if we want to talk about trademarks in WWE, Chris Harrington on Twitter, he goes by Mookie Ghana. Chris Harrington, he apparently has this whole list that he tweets out in terms of trademarks and what WWE has filed, what lawsuits are in the market. So we'll probably look that up and see if we can confirm that for you right now.
Nice. Oh man, Alan, you're better off.
Ross Bursky says, Russ Bursky says Too Sweet's an NWO copyright. Well,
WWE kind of owns NWO, so yeah. I was going to say, Alan, rather than doing that tonight, you're better off just, playing Dota or something. That's what I'd do.
Just go back, Alan, and watch the video clip of Triple H and Shelly with the New Day. That'll get you through the night.
Wait, Triple H performed with the New Day?
Yeah, he twerked.
At one of those dark shows, the house shows, right?
Yeah, down in Chile. Yeah, after he beat Rusev.
Wait, Triple H twerked?
Yeah, you haven't seen this yet?
No, I was a little busy tonight.
Go on. It won't happen. Yeah, just look it up. That's all I can say.
Maybe I don't want to look it up.
Yeah, you really don't. Stephanie put it. It's out there. You'll see it.
All right. Jason Jordan beat Elias after Elias was out again. Actually, Elias came out like 3 times tonight. Jason Jordan won. There was some controversy because it looked like Elias got his shoulder up.
Yeah, he kicked out a little too soon.
Yeah, so either he kicked out a little too soon or they're building up to another rematch. Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh well. Honestly, the best part of this match was Graves and Cole clowning Booker T. Because Booker T's like saying one thing, then doing another, and then he's like, Jason Jordan might have the biggest win of his career if he beats Elias, and Michael Cole's like, what? I love Booker T. He's so ridiculous. I just keep him on commentary. You need a babbling legend like that. Former TSC Newsby guest, by the way. Great dude. Great guy. Okay, so we had our main event. 5-on-3 handicap match. The American Shield, as I like to call them. Kurt Angle, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, making the Shield entrance. It was absolutely hilarious because Seth and Dean are in full Shield mode, mean mugging and everything. And then you see Kurt Angle just walk up behind him going...
He's like, hey guys... Can I join in?
Just a big ass grin. He's like, I'm part of the Shield. Like, holy crap, guys. This is cool. Like, he's like that.
How do you not mark out? How do you not mark out?
Yeah, I know, but like, that kind of made me mark out because Kurt Angle's like marking out inside. He's just smiling. Yeah. It's like a dad that got invited to like I don't even know whose kid like asked him to be on this field trip. He's gonna hang out with his like son's friends or something. I don't know. It's like let's go laser tag.
It's like in the movies. The kid gets stage fright playing the violin, so the dad plays the violin to help the kid. That's kind of what it was like.
Yeah. Well, it was so awkward, but it was hilarious.
It was funny. Yeah. They ruined it later on in the match. They ruined it, but we'll get to that.
Oh man, damn. Scott Anderson on Vince McMahon status. You ruined it, damn it.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, okay. So we had this match. I tried to recap it as best as I could on thesportscourier.com. For those that don't know, we relaunched our website a couple months back. If you want to follow all our written posts and everything, including live coverage, thesportscourier.com is your place to be. Also, quick plug, too, we just posted the other day our WWE 2K18 review. So if you haven't checked that out or subscribed to our gaming channel, youtube.com/TSC Gaming, please do, because we got a ton of WWE 2K content, including Kurt Angle making his entrance with the Shield and Shield gear the night before TLC. Just saying. All right. So, Shield entered the ring with steel chairs. They took care of everyone but Kane. Shield then started destroying Kane. Suicide dives at Ambrose and Rollins on the bar and Miz. Angle and Shield used the ladder to keep them down on the ground. Angle went wild using a ladder on Strowman, smashing Strowman on the outside, taking him out. Angle and the Shield were triple teaming Kane with the ladder. So far, it was pretty tame by Kurt Angle. Shield ripped up the announcer's table. They teased powerbombing one of the guys through the table, but the bar interrupts the attempt. Kane fought back, but ate some more steel chair shots. Ambrose set up the ladder to dive on Kane, but Braun Strowman runs in and tries to powerbomb Angle. The Shield attacks Strowman with chairs and threw him into the LED post. Then, Ambrose and Rollins set up two ladders, laid Strowman and Kane across the announcers' tables. They hit dual elbow drops through the freaking tables off the ladders. Rollins was selling his knee based on what happened later in the match. Seems like he was fine. He was just selling, thank God. But there was a second where I was like, oh, God. He really hurt his knee. Great sell job by Rollins. So Angle was left in the ring to get beat up by the heels. The Shield ran in for the save. Kurt Angle went old school with 3 German suplexes on The Miz. He also hit a German on Sheamus and Cesaro. He caught Kane in an ankle lock, but Strowman broke up the submission. Strowman set up the table on the outside and put Kurt Angle through it with an awesome running power slam. Braun Strowman, I think in my humble opinion, with all due respect to the late great British Bulldog, might do the greatest running power slam in the history of pro wrestling. What do you guys think?
Right up there.
Yeah, it has to be close for sure. Kurt definitely braced himself.
Yeah.
And
it's a good thing he was wearing a bulletproof vest.
That is true.
Yeah. So
that is true.
So yeah, Kurt Angle was knocked out of the match. He was taken to the back. Crowd was booing. And then the match proceeded to take a weird-ass turn. I mean, really, really weird turn. So let me try to recap this as best as I can. So the heels beat up on the Shield as Angle is being helped to the back. They all take their sweet time beating down Ambrose and Rollins with chairs, ladders, various strikes. Cesaro hit some uppercuts. Strowman ran at Rollins. Rollins moved out of the way. Strowman hit the post. Kane aimed the steel chair for Rollins, but accidentally hit Strowman. Strowman and Kane teased fighting until the Shield tried to get the upper hand unsuccessfully. The crowd chanted for Brock Lesnar. I thought we would get Brock Lesnar at this point. We didn't. The Bar then hits a double Razor's Edge on Ambrose onto a table in the ring that did not break. The crowd is like, what? And Cesaro, being a great improvisationalist, just shrugs. They set the table in the corner. I don't know if this was planned, but they set the table in the corner. And then Strowman just hip tosses Ambrose through the table in the corner.
If you noticed right before that, when Strowman was, I think it was Strowman getting ready to pick up Dean. Dean's just laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, you could see it, yeah.
Man, Strowman is such a great big man. Honest to God, it's such a shame that, and I like Brock and everything, but it's such a shame that Brock has to be so dominant in this current part of WWE, because Strowman is the guy who should be the guy right now, at least in the heel side of things. He's so good. He's so good, and they kind of did a disservice to him tonight, which we'll talk about. What the heck is going on in the background there?
Sorry, I thought I was on mute. My apologies for that.
Whoa, man, what were you doing, man? And we lost Alan. Alan, are you back? Oh man, we lost.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get some footage for us, and I wasn't on mute.
Listen, Scott. I know you watched Triple H twerking on a loop already, okay? It was funny the first 3 times, all right?
I have that on a loop on the ceiling in my bedroom. What are you talking about, man? I gotta watch something. That doesn't sound right, but it helped.
Well, listen, Scott, I'm gonna continue with this recap of the main event.
Yes,
I'm just gonna chalk that up to you drinking.
Please do.
I'm just gonna chalk that up to you drinking tonight. All right.
No, that's not what it was. That's not what I meant. Just continue.
Stop, Scott. Okay. Anyway. Dude, you're like I lost my train of thought, you son of a bitch. All right. Okay. So the heels. Okay. So what the fuck happened? All right. My God. Okay. Anyway. So they hit a double Razor's Edge on Ambrose on a table that didn't break. Cesaro shrugged. Strowman hip tossed Ambrose through the table. Miz, T's taking out the trash tonight, and he called for the garbage truck. They brought Rollins and Ambrose to the top of the ramp to put him in the garbage truck, which also was the home of Scott's Material tonight. And so they were trying to throw him into the truck. The Shield fought back. They climbed on top of the garbage truck, dove off the garbage truck, took out the heels. The Shield decided to chase Miz and began punishing him for making them garbage day. Kane recovered and came to the aid of Miz. Strowman stops the Shield from double suplexing Kane through the table next to the entranceway. So Kane thanks Strowman by chokeslamming him through the stage. Holy doodle squat! So after...
Oh, kinda.
Sort of. It was weird.
Sort of. Yeah.
There's some weird.
And they showed it like 4 different times. Meanwhile, they're saying Kane is up here at the announce table. Kane is, and yet they're still showing this stupid replay.
Yeah, there's some really awkward camera work tonight. I don't know. Maybe Kevin Dunn was having what you were having tonight. So Strowman got chokeslammed through the stage, sort of. I guess we know what our Survivor Series match is. And then Kane climbed the announcer's table. And they kept saying Kane's up on the announcer's table, even though they wouldn't show it to us. They were showing 10 replays of Strowman going through the stage that we couldn't really see. And then Kane yanked down the chairs that were dangling from the set of TLC. It collapsed on Strowman. At this point, there was like an awkward pause. And there was an awkward pause after Kane chokeslammed Strowman. And there was an awkward pause after he yanked down the chairs. It was just like, what the hell is going on? And this is the point where the match officially went off the rails. And this is the point where I said, my God, they have found a way to screw up a match with all this talent. Somehow, some way. So after that, Kane comes back and attacks the Shield because nothing makes sense anymore. And then he chokeslammed the Shield through 2 tables, sort of. Ambrose once again got the worst of a table bump. This poor guy. Man, Renee, you're going to have to massage that boy tonight because he's going to be feeling it. Ice him, whatever. You know, get an ice bath for that hotel. My God. And yeah, so the Shield sort of went through 2 tables. And here I am wondering, why in God's name is Kane, who's running for mayor, the focal point of a match? A main event match in 2017 that features the return of the Shield and Kurt Angle. You know what would have been better?
Contribution for Katie Vick in 2002.
You know what would have been better, Scott? If it was the other way around and the performance by Kane was actually the performance by Braun Strowman. And Braun Strowman was the one that
why? Because then, yeah, but then Kane comes up from the chairs and all that. I mean,
whatever. At least, yeah, but you know what? At least Kane's a legend at this point. Why not? Who cares?
The Braun Strowman face turn, obviously.
I get it, which is bizarre as hell and a really bizarre time for it. But anyway, we'll get to that in about a second.
It was an odd match. There were some odd spots. It seemed like they shut off the crowd mics, like every mic. It was very, yeah.
It was weird. So Strowman somehow recovers. And he attacked everyone in plain sight, only for the heels to turn on him and put him in the garbage truck. The garbage truck ended up closing up, and Miz was like, oh my God, I made a terrible mistake. Kane was like, oh my God, I'm still collecting a paycheck from these pricks, even though I'm running for mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee. And
I do like how the trash truck, though, had it lined with cardboard. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. So
safe.
Yeah, it was safe, at least, I guess. And yeah, the truck drove away, and that was the end of Braun Strowman for the night. Miz realized, oh God, I just got rid of a monster who could have been on my team. And I guess we're going to have a Braun Strowman face turn, which is going to be kind of weird because they want to get over Roman as his baby face. And, you know, they have Finn Balor, and they don't have a lot of heels right now, at least a lot of strong heels, except for Sister Abigail and her burnt throat. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Enzo is like the number 2 heel on Raw. Think about that.
Oh my God! I don't know what's gonna happen there.
Was I the only one expecting Braun Strowman to like come out of the trash truck and like explode it somehow?
Dude, you and me.
I really was.
Yeah. Power Spine 1 Game says the main event was something out of a video game.
It was.
Dude, I could not book that in WWE 2K18 if I tried. I really couldn't.
It was like 6 different things going on at once.
Will they put in that video game "that was murder" chant? Because that was a really nice improv chant.
That was oh yeah, that's right. That's what they were chanting. And Alan, you're alive. That's great. So I thought we lost you there when Scott was...
I'm doing my research, my fact checking, man. You guys are the stars of the show. I'm the producer. I'm fact checking.
What a wonderful man. So after that, we had the garbage truck drive away. Notice there's a lot of stuff that happened in this freaking match, guys. And after that, I officially said to myself, you know what? This match has gone to hell. This match has officially gone to hell.
Yep.
We got in the ring. For an eternity, the heels beat on the Shield. And I'm thinking, all right, I guess Lesnar's going to come out and save him, whatever. But no, it was Kurt Angle. Came out to his theme song, walked down the ramp. Angle slammed everybody in sight. Angle slammed Cesaro through a table on the floor. That was awesome. But then Kane grabbed a hold of him. But the Shield sent Kane to the outside. They double speared him through the barricade. Shades of Roman Reigns. I should note, too, that Angle also had an ankle lock on Miz at one point. And Miz kicked him off. And Angle tried to fly out of the ring. But he did like a headstand on the apron.
Yes, he did.
And then fell. I'm like, what the?
Bad.
I was like, what the? Like, dude. I was like, man, Kurt Angle got out of here unscathed. He's going to be all right. This is great. And he does a freaking headstand on the apron.
See, they should have had Kurt Angle come out in his old singlet and gear after, when his music hit. That would have, I think, made it better. But
yeah,
I get
I
why
agree.
they do it.
Kind of like Superman,
Exactly.
Going into his cape. Yeah. So anyway, the Shield surrounds Miz.
Hold on. What? No. The Miz hit a skull-crushing finale on Angle, and Angle kicked out first.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
And then he tried to hit it again, unsuccessfully. Ankle lock.
The ankle lock.
Yeah. Then the headstand. Yeah. Then the Shield came in. Triple team Miz attacked him. Hit all their finishers. The Kingslayer knee or the Rainmaker knee, whatever you want to call it. The Dirty Deeds. The Angle Slam. Whoa, I just hit my chin on a microphone. That's how excited I was for the ending of this match. And then we had the triple power bomb. 1, 2, 3. The American Shield gets the win. And I wrote here on thesportscore.com, overall, WWE TLC 2017 was a memorable show that had much more good than bad, especially in the opener, Styles and Balor, and the insane main event. I don't know if that was a great... Given the efforts of all the men involved, I gotta say that was a great main event. But
sure.
My God, did they make it more complicated and more of a clusterfuck than they needed to. Holy...
Well, I think they had to because Angle was kind of limited. He didn't do much. I mean, he took the bump. And he didn't really hit a whole lot of moves, so it's kind of what it was. But you know what, though? They have a perfect opportunity now if they wanted to turn Roman heel.
Oh, because he pissed off that they got
Well, Kurt did the every Roman spot, with the triple power bomb, and they could still do it short term, have Roman turn on them. And be jealous about it because if you remember when he came out Monday night, he told Kurt, "If you don't leave, we're gonna kick your ass." And
actually, that is true.
Shield thing, so they could use that if they were smart.
So due to unforeseen circumstances, they might have been handed an actually great storyline.
If they're smart, they would, but that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if although they did put Braun face, so you never know.
Who the hell knows? We'll see. But let's get to the comments here because we got a lot of them. Woo! Quite a bit. By the way, thank you again to Power Spine 1 Games for the super chats. Much appreciated. JD Frank 20. I called that, like Corey Graves, the Olympic shield bomb. So is Braun a face now after what happened to him? I guess for the time being he is, right?
Well, right now he's a garbage man, and when he comes back, we'll see.
Yeah. I'm not finished with garbage. Yeah, let's see here. Scott, I texted you the wrong emoji, man. I was trying to text you a fire emoji, and then I was gonna say that maybe Braun and Kane should be in an Inferno match. I was gonna try to hint at you, but I accidentally texted you the tongue emoji. So my bad.
I appreciate the thought on my birthday and all, but we're good, Fred. We're good.
No, I know. Listen, man, I know you're married. I was like, wait, I thought I texted you the fire emoji, and I wanted you to get the hint that maybe they'll do an Inferno match. But no, I don't think they'll do an Inferno match.
Please don't do that now.
Oh God, you remember the Bray Wyatt Kane for Inferno match? That was brutal.
Well, I wonder if the rumor, what we've heard for Survivor Series, might still happen. And God, I hope not, but you never know. Which was, Kane's team versus the Undertaker's team, and
no, I don't see that happening.
I hope not.
I don't see that happening.
I really hope not.
Ugh.
Just think Kane and Kurt Angle were in the main event of a WWE 2017 pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Yeah.
Probably be the case in 2 years. I'll bet you that right now.
Oh,
I
God.
bet you Kane will still be doing it.
Jeez. Yeah. After he loses,
After
he becomes
chokeslams
mayor.
everybody in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah. After he becomes the Libertarian mayor, he's gonna be. He's still gonna wrestle as Kane. Ajane Totten says Taker and Angle really make you feel worried for no reason. Well, for good reason, because they're old
and injured.
Has WWE ever done something smart? Of course they have. Let's see. Russ Broski, LeVar Ball. What is that? What the hell does this even mean?
Random.
I'm just gonna read it with no context.
Well, he had some basketball comments earlier.
I'm just gonna read this and move on. LeVar Ball and Donald Trump must buy Los Angeles Lakers. They would be great business partners if Trump gets impeached. JD Franks says Kane for president. I'm gonna move on from that as fast as possible. Telvin Kipapa says worst choke slam ever. He just pushed him. Listen, man, when you're like 6'7" and whatever,
you lift up a guy that big and tell me how it feels.
Yeah, exactly. Telvin says Ambrose had a bad relationship with the tables tonight. I agree. TK is also shocked that Jason Jordan didn't come out tonight. Well, not for the main event. Yeah, I was kind of shocked too. I think it would have been a nice place to give Jason Jordan a rub. And I think
he had a long grocery list, you guys. A very long grocery shop.
He had to go to ShopRite. You know, The Miz was rocking the Daniel Bryan colors tonight. Why not just let him come out and hit a kick on The Miz or something? Come on.
Yeah. I know. Well, it is what it is, bro.
He put out a tweet. I don't know if you saw it that said something about Kurt Angle getting the pin on The Miz and hashtag so you're saying there's a chance. So.
He's so leaving WWE next year.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. In my opinion, is from Liam Benitez. In my opinion, I love seeing Kurt Angle wrestling again in WWE, but he barely did stuff, and I know he's old. I'm not complaining at all. But I feel like if Roman was not sick, the match would be a bit better. I think the match would have been a lot better if Roman wasn't sick. It was a great spectacle because Angle's back.
It was kind of enjoyable, though.
Yeah, it was unpredictable. It was crazy because you didn't know what Angle was going to do and not do. So in that sense, it was definitely I'd say more memorable. But yeah, I'd say bell to bell, yeah, Roman would have been a better match. And I think, honestly, a lot of people underestimate Roman's role in the Shield. I know he's, by the standards of what WWE set out to do, he's been a failure at the main event level. Not in terms of match quality or anything like that, not in terms of reaction, but just in terms of overall, like being the next John Cena and everything. You know, he hasn't matched what their expectations were, no matter how hard they try to convince themselves of that. But you know, I think tonight we all saw that how integral he is with the Shield. Like, they're a package deal. Like, Ambrose and Rollins are a great team, but if you're talking about the Shield, you definitely need Roman Reigns. At least I think so. Okay, somebody here says, I want Balor and Lesnar. So do I. Hope AJ Styles wins the Royal Rumble. So do I. But I could see Finn Balor winning the Royal Rumble and then going to SmackDown. But here's the problem. Yeah. Wrestling Observer's talked about this. A lot of other sites have talked about this. The potential of John Cena versus Jinder Mahal at WrestleMania, which would mean we'd get 5-6 more months of Jinder Mahal as WWE champion, effectively breaking John Bradshaw Layfield's record as the longest reigning champion in SmackDown history. And on top of that, getting a bunch more mediocre matches. And on top of that, as much as I love John Cena, him getting a 17th world title. Actually, I don't even mind him getting the 17th world title as much as I mind him being Jinder for it. Like, I think it'd be nice if, like, AJ Styles down the road, not right away, or Nakamura or something like that, ended up facing John Cena at WrestleMania. So, we'll see.
I feel it's safe to say you're not going to see Nakamura wrestle John Cena at WrestleMania. The rate they're going, Nakamura is going to be in the Andre Battle Royal.
Oh, God, don't say that.
I don't have to say it, Fred. Look at what's going on with the guy. But moving on.
I mean, he's only won a few tag team matches, and he's won every other match.
What big matches he won?
Cena,
not counting John Cena.
Randy Orton?
What other what big matches has he won?
He beat John Cena and Randy Orton.
Oh, anybody can beat John Cena and Randy Orton.
All right, I'm moving on. You inebriated prick. All
Look,
right.
His first TV loss was to Jinder Mahal. His second TV loss was to Jinder Mahal.
All right.
Need I say more?
All right.
No offense to Jinder Mahal.
Okay, why so good? Super happy that Angle's back. Big dog. WWE is nothing without Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Speak for yourself, buddy.
Well, on Raw Talk, Kurt Angle, they asked him what's next, and he said, he'll have to talk to his wife first and go from there. So Seems like he might be back in a part-time role. We'll see. But does that mean we get Stephanie back on Raw? Because if that's the case, I want Kurt Angle back on GM.
Oh God.
Which are all interesting questions because of a little teaser for our website and our news site. Thursday is another WWE quarterly earnings conference call, and we've been talking offline about how house attendance has generally been dipping and dipping and dipping, and ratings haven't been going up on the USA Network side. So, I think the fact that we even bring it up, it should ask some questions. We had a pretty good show tonight in terms of the hype, but yeah, you're going with Jinder as your champion and Brock Lesnar, who knows when he's going to come back.
Well, a Survivor Series. I mean, he's actually going to appear on Raw. So, yeah, now after that, who knows how long he's going to come back. It's probably going to be, like I said, Royal Rumble. So, they got him for a few dates. I like Lesnar a lot, but I really feel like his character is just kind of lacking right now. And, the two times that it was really interesting with him, with Samoa Joe and with Strowman, they really did drop the ball. I really think those should have been multi-pay-per-view programs. And unfortunately, they weren't. And Strowman's still doing pretty well for himself. I'm sure Samoa Joe, when he gets back after being injured, he'll be all right in a good spot on Raw. But yeah, I think they definitely squandered some major opportunities there. Just my opinion.
Of course, the earnings is from the prior quarter, so I don't think we'll see the earnings reflect into the latter quarter. But that's why we're here for, and that's why we cover these WWE quarterly earnings. That's why we're on the call, anyways. So I can't wait for that Thursday. All
right, a couple more, and then we'll get on out of here. Kane and Big Show in the 2018 Royal Rumble will reunite and destroy everything again, like 2015. Oh, God.
Interesting.
JB says, imagine a prime Kurt Angle against Cesaro. Oh,
interesting.
That would have been incredible. I don't think Kurt Angle and Cesaro ever wrestled, did they? Kurt Angle.
No.
Let me see. No. Kurt Angle versus Cass.
He was an Impact. He was an Impact.
Hey, real quick, while you're doing that, WWE just updated their cover, totally mocking the Bullet Club. They have Finn and AJ doing the Too Sweet to each other as their cover photo on Facebook.
Did they really?
Yes, they do.
That's hilarious.
Who's gonna get sued for the cease and desist?
Cease and assist to the Facebook.
Wow, that's hilarious. I'm pulling it up right. Oh, they did. That's awesome. I'm gonna like this right now. That's hilarious. Man. Touche. WWE. That troll job by the social media department. Wow. Oh boy. All right, a couple more, and we're heading on out of here. Fred, thoughts on WWE 2K18? Pretty good, similar to 2K17. If you want my in-depth review, like I said before, please go to youtube.com/TSC Gaming. Got a full in-depth review of that game. Also, thesportscourier.com. I'll be making a lot more WWE 2K posts throughout the rest of the year. Also, just uploaded some other game reviews if you guys want to check that out. And lastly, JB says they should really give us Finn versus AJ at Survivor Series now since they're doing Raw versus SmackDown theme. I agree. I think that'd be cool. It makes no sense that AJ is going to challenge for the WWE title after he lost to freaking Baron Corbin the week before. I still don't understand that. But
Baron Corbin lost to Sin Cara too.
Yeah, that also makes no sense. So AJ versus Finn 2, I'm all for that. And lastly, TK says the Elite will get WWE back. Good luck with that. We'll see. Oh, couple more news bits before we wrap this up. Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho are beefing on Twitter. Considering Kenny Omega was on Chris Jericho's podcast, and considering they've both been very complimentary of each other, I'm almost positive this is a work. I think it's just Jericho, building his own angle for whenever Kenny gets out of his contract. It's smart. Jericho did the same thing with Nakamura a couple years ago. He did the same thing, I think, with Finn Balor. He did some with somebody else, too. Maybe Kenta? Somebody. But he's done this before. He's done this before. It's nothing new. Perhaps Chris Jericho, once he's officially out of his WWE deal, and I think technically he's not with WWE right now. He just has signed a bunch of short-term contracts. Maybe they can do Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho on his Jericho cruise next year. Perhaps. But I don't see that happening, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll do something where Kenny Omega will lead a team of wrestlers, and Chris Jericho will manage a team of wrestlers on his cruise. Who the hell knows? But I think that's an angle. As far as anything else going on, Ricochet won the PWG Championship, but I think he's still going to be WWE bound and drop that title before he goes to WWE. Anything else, Scott, that I might have missed? It's been a packed weekend in terms of news.
Nothing I can think of offhand. I've been a little out of it this weekend, just following news. WWE had enough news going on earlier in the week.
Yeah.
I think you nailed everything.
Yeah, I think we pretty much got everything covered. Obviously, if any news breaks yet again, expect me to do some live streams, whether it be in studio, whether it be on the streets of New York City outside of the office. You know, when news breaks like it did over this weekend, we got you covered. So, folks, if you enjoyed this recap, please click the like button. Please share this with all your friends. Please feel free to support TSC News by getting your new TSC News gear, shirts, and hoodies. teespring.com/TSC-news-gear. I believe they have international shipping as well, so if you're somewhere overseas, by all means, feel free to order and support TSC. Wear your shirts with pride. For the people that have already ordered, I thank you guys very much. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I just did an interview with UFC fighter Aljamain Sterling. I'm going to be uploading some highlights of some past interviews I did with some Walking Dead actors, since Walking Dead returned tonight, although not really interested compared to Kurt Angle's epic return. And we got a ton of other things going on thesportsquarter.com. So stay tuned, subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications. Happy birthday, Scott Anderson. And as always, enjoy the match.